Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3303. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today we take a look at the release date of the Commanders. I have some figures on the Multicrew rank based payouts, and Frontier have made a decision on the shield booster nerf. The release date for patch 2.3 the Commanders has finally been revealed. It's going to be making its way to the live servers on week ending at the 16th of April. For those of you that haven't got your calendar to hand, that is next week. Now there are some rumours that suggest that it may be arriving on the 10th of April, and those rumours are largely fueled by a new in-game message that appears at the main menu, telling you to have all missions completed by the 10th of April or else they will be deleted. So if you haven't seen that message, then do make sure you have any missions completed that you do want to complete, or else they will be removed from your transactions tab. Now the date of 10th of April there might just be a precautionary measure. After all, Frontier do traditionally release patches either on a Tuesday or a Thursday, but I'm sure any day is good, and it's nice to see them aiming for the beginning of the week rather than the end of the week. Multicrew, of course, has been one of the most anticipated updates for the Horizon season, something many people have been looking forward to, and it's been interesting to see in all the comments and feedback on the patch. There's a lot of people very excited to try it out, and there's probably an equal number of people who are fairly disappointed by the current implementation. But what we can do is give it a go when it arrives on live servers. I think there is a lot of fun to be had there, and well, I'm hoping that Frontier do implement further crew functionality in future patches, but that would of course, according to Frontier, depend on the adoption rate of that particular function. But Multicrew aside, there are a huge number of other updates within the patch, so a lot of different stuff to look forward to, and Frontier have said that there are a few unannounced features that are going to be included as well. With the recent release of Beta 5 for patch 2.3, Frontier made some significant changes for how rewards are handled for Multicrew. What this meant is that the rewards were dramatically reduced. For any crew member joining another ship, you now get a percentage of the bounty payout from a destroyed NPC, and that percentage, the size of that percentage, is tied to your rank. Now I got together with a few other players over the past week, namely Commander Shinari as well as Commander Edelweiss. That's Ben Moss, you may know him from Lave Radio. Now the aim here was to try and figure out exactly what ranks get what type of payout, and although we haven't got a fully comprehensive list here, what we have got gives us an indication of exactly how this works as of Beta 5. So we had a helmsman with a combat rank of Elite, and he essentially got 100% of any bounty paid to him, and the other crew members with lower rank got a diminished payout. For a rank of Dangerous, for example, the payout was just 30% of the total received by the Elite pilot. So the Elite pilot received 263,000, and the Dangerous pilot, the Dangerous crew member, received just 79,000. Now do keep in mind that this payout is in addition to whatever is received by the pilot. It's not taken from his cut, it's simply given as an additional bonus to the crew members. Now an expert pilot got just 10% of whatever the Elite pilot got. So in an example after that, after killing a ship, the Elite pilot got 138,000 credits, whilst the expert pilot got just 13,800 credits. Now that was 10% like I say, and it does seem to bottom out at 5%. If you're a novice pilot or below, then you'll get 5% of whatever the total kill is, and that's a very small amount. For example, in the previous case where the Elite pilot got 263,000 credit, the novice pilot just got 13,000. And the other thing that's worth noting is that if you're an Elite pilot and you join another Elite piloted crew, you'll just get 50% of the total. So if the pilot kills a ship, or between you kill a ship, that grants you a 200,000 credit reward. If you're an Elite crew member, you'll only get 100,000 credits. So the base reward then for the lowest ranked pilots is just 5% of the total payout, and the highest possible payout you can get as an Elite pilot or as a crew member is 50%. Now these figures still may change. These are from the Beta 5, and as I understand it, there is still going to be a Beta 6 before the patch finally makes it to the live servers. So hopefully Frontier are going to change this a little bit, because it seems rather low. Not asking for brand new pilots to get millions by any means, that may be a bit too excessive, of course it is too excessive, but nothing wrong with the players getting a reasonable payout, and it seems that these very low payouts could perhaps deter people from joining a crewed ship. Frontier have given numerous reasons for this change. One of them, of course, is they're worried about people exploiting and simply sitting on board another ship and earning millions and millions of credits, and the other idea is that the player who owns the ship is actually risking their ship, and the crew members are actually risking nothing. There is a lot of people, of course, who disagree with their reasoning, but time will tell. Let's see what happens in the next beta. When patch 2.3 first arrived on the beta servers, one of the things Frontier really wanted to try out was some nerfs to the shield boosters. The intended purpose for this was to get rid of the ships that essentially can hold their shields forever or take a very, very long time to take down, and the way they were going to do this was to nerf the stacking potential for the shield boosters, so that essentially, as the shield boosters were stacked, you'd get diminishing returns on them, making each newer shield booster less effective than the previous one. It meant that the three biggest ships within the game would have, generally speaking, weaker shields than they do currently. After all the feedback and testing that Frontier have received during the beta process on this particular change, they have decided not to implement it. So what this means is that shield boosters will continue to work as they currently function on the live servers. Frontier did confirm though that they do want to revisit shield changes at a future date, but they want to take into consideration the wider impact it has on the overall game. So for now then, these shield booster changes are completely off the table for patch 2.3. Elite Dangerous player SJ Parkinson has done something rather interesting. He's got Elite Dangerous working on a Raspberry Pi. Now if you don't know what a Raspberry Pi is, it is essentially a microcomputer. Very, very small. You can see an image here. And interestingly enough, one of the founders of the Raspberry Pi is David Braben of Frontier Developments. The Raspberry Pi can be plugged directly into any TV or monitor, and it essentially gives you a fully functional computer. Although it is by no means a powerful gaming computer, it will allow you to use various applications, but it is a massive achievement to get a game working on it. Now you can see a video working of Elite Dangerous here, and you can see the full thing through the link in the video description. Now in order to do this, SJ Parkinson did need to make a few concessions. The game needed to be run in very, very low resolution, you can see it here, and with many of the settings set all the way down. And even then it didn't get a particularly high frame rate. But nonetheless, this is an amazing technical achievement, especially because it took some extensive programming to get it working. Now by default, the Raspberry Pi cannot natively support DirectX, so what SJ had to do is to rewrite the calls for DirectX so that they were translated in real time to calls for OpenGL. So to check out how this was fully done, do have a look at the video. There's a lot of information in the video description on SJ's channel, and also there is a forum thread on the subject as well. I'll link both in the video description below. Tobii, the makers of the eye tracker, the Tobii 4C, currently have a competition underway. For the prize, you can win a eye tracker, the 4C eye tracker, and if you do want to enter, simply follow the link in the video description. There you can send in a photo of your computer setup, and the setup with the most votes will stand a chance of winning a free eye tracker. Last week I mentioned an in-game event that's upcoming on the 29th of April. Now this is an official in-game event, and it will directly impact the ending of the new Elite Dangerous novel, Premonition, that's due later this year. Details on the event are very vague at the moment, but there has been a teaser trailer released. Again, in the vein of teaser trailers, it is of course very vague, but nonetheless it does generate some interest. Looking forward to seeing what comes of this, and the opportunity to affect the ending of a book is a good one to say the least. So why not check out the link in the video description to go and see the trailer for yourselves. That then brings us to the end of this episode of 3303. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.